Hello, this is Lois back with some Disco Elysium. Alright. So we have the Insulinian Phasmid to do, and then we're gonna talk to Plaisance of the Dice Maker once Kim comes back. Get yourself organized. You know, I'm not really enthused about dealing with communism, but I guess that's on our list, so we might as well. Okay. I'm just checking with these guys if there's any additional dialogue we have with them, which I don't think so, but that is okay. Alright, so let's go check on the what's it called? The traps. And then I guess since we've assigned ourselves to be communist, we'll probably have to go through the communist thought. I forget what it's called though. Let's see. Check our thought cabinet really quick. 9 hours, 5 hours. These are gonna take a while, so I could get rid of the Jamrock Shuffle. So that's something we could do. And then yeah, actually I'm gonna do that right now. I'm not really interested about loot. Let's put another thought in here. Mazovian socioeconomics. So let's internalize this. Visual calculus is down, that's okay. To pass some time, let's finish looking at our ledger. We can finish reading a case file. It takes about half an hour to piece one together using the system device. Which one do you want? The unsolvable case. AKA Leslie and Burke, aka the public indecency drunk and the property damage drunk, is a cursed case. It has been passed from unsuspecting officer to unsuspecting officer for 10 years. On January 29, the unsolvable case made its way to you. Why you accepted it is unclear. Every officer, and indeed most civilians in Jamrock, know it's unsolvable. You were so drunk you didn't remember what it was you signed on. That or you were high. Leslie will always take his pants off when he's drunk. Burke will always trash everything. It's just what they do. It is their nature. You cannot change the nature of a man. And you can't lock them away because public indecency and small-scale property damage are not punishable by incarceration. The only way for Leslie to stop displaying his genitals and for Burke to stop attacking things would be for them to stop drinking alcohol, which in their 40s or 50s, it's hard to tell because of their distorted features, is a medical improbability. Couldn't we just keep them off the streets? You would think that, but you're wrong. Where's the fun in exposing your genitals or breaking stuff in your own home? No, Leslie and Burke are the corner of Main Street and Perdition, because that's where the action is. Can you keep yourself off the streets? Proceed. Threatening fines, dragging them to the station, locking them up in the hellholes they live in, locking them up in the station, hypnotherapy, even trying to get a local gang of Zemlakis to take them out. The Zemlakis give them ethanol so Burke and Leslie would expose and rampage even harder. You tried it all. And still, the complaints wouldn't stop, and they hadn't stopped for 10 years. It's plain to see from the files that you, Satellite Officer JV, and the Special Consultant TH had more important cases to attend to. Oh, my starting student sign is still up? Thank you. Ah, I forgot. Thank you. You uncover cross-reference to several ongoing investigations, each brought to a standstill every time you drive down Main Street, because there they are, on the corner of Perdition, and what is Leslie doing? Which one was it? I mean, he's the guy who kept on taking his pants off, right? Good, you're learning. If the files are to be trusted, that's all there is to it, and Burke breaking things. And the fact that they're both drunk. But then again, so are you. The case comes considerably less comic one day. becomes considerably less comic one day when Burke takes a swing at your ledger. You must have confused it with the property he likes to damage, but the joke's on him. You're drunk out of your mind on opponent Pilsner. You slam the hardened plastic board in his face, then you proceed to beat him unconscious with it. In the process, the ledger sustains damage. The compartment within, reserved for permeable documents, is jammed shut. You stop your assault on the now unconscious Burke to open it, but are unable to do so. The officer began to cry, reports Leslie, who at this point is tending to Burke. Kill them. They broke it. He came at us. And at us. I think he was trying to kill Burko. While trying to kill Burko, you slowly come around. The permeable compartment is open. You smash it open on poor Burko's kneecaps. The good news is, Burke can't walk anymore. Can't get out of his apartment. And invalid. With Burke to tend to, Leslie cuts back on the indecent exposure. Maybe he flashes genitals to Burke, who knows? But both drunks are off the street. The complaints stop, and the unsolvable case is solved. Which is also why the officer responsible narrowly escapes a disciplinary hearing. The end. Do you want to read another one? Okay. We'll slow roll that one and come back to that later. Alright, let's get back to the trap, which I think we can fast travel to. Let's see. I think traveling to the church would be fastest. I believe the way is around this way. This was the empty one, I'm pretty sure. The other ones had still bugs in them. The trap stands near the empty reeds. No insect sounds or movement sound, only the reeds' apprehensive hissing. The rain drips from the mesh of the trap. Release the locust into the empty trap. The locusts, dazed from being transported, slowly begin to acclimate to their new surroundings. They're not really going to get the chance to get comfortable here. Alright. We did it. Easy enough. Okay, we'll just let them know that we did the thing. Can we warp from here? Sorry, I keep pressing escape. But that's not the right thing. Okay, we have to make it back to the church in order to teleport. I miss Kim. So boring without him. At least the trek is not very far. Alright. This button, not that button. And after that, I have no idea what we're going to do about trying to start communism. Alrighty. Oh, he's gone. Maybe I'll tell Lena. I restocked the empty trap. Where's Morel?
Thank you for doing that, dear.
She managed to smile for you.
Morel still isn't feeling well.
Oh yeah, he was feeling sick.
I convinced him to stay at Gary's to get some rest.
She looks down at her hands.
I'm afraid the cold has really gotten to him.
Only the hardcore players left, huh? It's probably for the best. It's awfully cold out there in those reeds.
I'm sorry, dear. You've had to drudge through them so many times. Such is field work. A young person's game, as they say.
So who's gonna check the traps?
Morel will eventually, or we'll talk Gary into going back out, perhaps.
Something tells me it's up to me again. I'll take care of it. On to the breach, then. Take it on with undue optimism.
That really is too much, sweetie. Thank you for your dedication, but I can see you're coming down with a cough yourself.
F that cough. It's not happening. The insides of your lungs are lined with tobacco, a powerful antibacterial agent. You are unstoppable. Very strange. Why is she not letting you do this? It's like she's given up. Lena, what's wrong? You seem different.
Different? How?
The half moons of her glasses reflect you as she looks up to you. You're not telling me the whole story.
I'm not. It's not that.
She doesn't know how to end the sentence. What is it?
It's a strange feeling. I haven't really told this to anyone, but you are a police officer.
She looks down, biting her lower lip.
Do you ever wonder if some lovely story from your childhood is just that? A story? Or a dream?
Hunching her shoulders now, she seems even smaller than she is, like a sad young girl.
Seeing the Insulindian phasmid was just a story I used to tell people. I didn't really think about whether it was real or not.
But Morel told me you seen it. You also told me.
Morel's so proud of it. He always tells everyone.
She doesn't trust her own memory of it. Are you saying you made it up? You seem to really believe it happened. Doesn't that count for something?
No, sweetie.
She shakes her head.
There's more to it than that. Morel was so eager to believe my story was evidence of the phasmid's existence, that I'm some queen of the cryptozoologists. That. And for years, his belief made me believe too. But now, we're both getting old, and he's still working himself sick out in those reeds looking for it. But what if I was just wrong? I think I was.
She shakes her head, unable to meet your eyes. Tell her that her marriage hasn't been a lie. Oh, man. I wish I could change my clothes for this. But you're not sure you made it up either. Okay, false memory. It doesn't mean all cryptids aren't real. Chase another one. 58%. Oh, should I really do this right now, though? I guess I have to, huh? 58%. 58%. Yes. Yes. Okay. An acorn is not the same as the tree. It requires time, diligence, and care. And I need something good here. All qualities these two seem to share in abundance. Wrong or not, your relationship with Morel isn't just about the phasmid.
But it is. We've spent years
Nah,
searching
girl.
for the phasmid, hunting it together. Without it, what are we? Just another pathetic old couple. If I hadn't led him down this path, he could have a steady job lecturing at a university.
Morel hated lecturing. You convinced him to do something real in this world. Normally, when I think of stuff like woman and marriage, I feel bad. When I think about you and Morel, I feel okay. That counts for something, no? I mean, I don't remember if this is true, but I guess I'll say it.
But if the dream comes to naught, what good is it? No, the thing is,
She looks down at her legs.
I was a paraplegic before we met. He didn't know before I arrived, on our first date. If I weren't the queen of the cryptozoologists, if I didn't tell him that story...
She has to swallow to relax her throat. It's keeping her from talking. He'd still be into you. That's not how these things work. Now I understand why you haven't told him about your doubts.
Maybe. But then why do I not dare tell him? I've wasted enough of your time with this drama. I really must stop talking about it lest I start crying and waste more of your time. What you have to know is the Insulindian phasmid probably does not exist. Let us fools chase our ghosts. There are a million better things to do with your life.
To heck with this. I still believe you saw the phasmid. Thing is, you're not sure you made it up either. I mean, yeah, she's not sure, right?
I'm not sure of anything.
She looks out the window.
Sometimes I still see it, you know. The real memory. Not the memory of the memory, but it's so hard to tell the two apart. Either way, I should go. Poor Morel is running a fever, and I need to get him home to Jamrock before we overstay our welcome with Gary.
Are you sure you don't need help getting to Gary's? You do that. I'll check the traps one more time.
Oh no, thank you, but I can get there on my own. This old thing is gas-powered.
She taps her chair.
And then a taxi home. It's not so bad.
You do that. I mean, I can check him.
Oh, sweetie.
She looks at you worried.
Please don't get stuck on a dream. Take it from me and Morel.
Nah, lady, it's okay. No one can stop you from finding the phasmid. Uh-huh. Yes, Volition, I agree. Can I have your address in case there's news?
Okay. It's 1113 Tabernacle Road. Jamrock, but...
It's been a pleasure.
Likewise, sweetie.
She flicks a switch on her chair and the
Thank you
engine
for
turns on a
everything.
whir.
Truly. Even though it turned out to be a...
The sentence remains unfinished. A fool's hope. Say her lips moving in silence. Like that, she drives off. The gas engine sputters quietly. Oh my gosh, so loud. As she gets to the doors and pushes them open. Outside, it's raining. I mean, we can still check on the trap, right? Oh, I guess it's over. Well, we'll check on the trap later today, I guess. Or maybe tomorrow. Okay. Offer figurines to Dolores Day. I kind of still want to do that, but... Something more important that we need to do is freaking... Okay, I want to check this, the white envelope. We have high logic closed, so we can do that. The container door... I could try it again. What is my rhetoric? It's at 1. I mean, I might as well try. Just because we can. So let's do that too. Yeah, so white envelope, measure head, and container door. I think we could try attempt the empathy here. And then these are not as important. Okay, so we have a couple things we can do. Bum 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 bum. Alright, so this guy's right here. So let's check in with him. Let's see if we can score
Stuck
empathy
in the rain
points.
in a traffic jam, man. What's on your mind?
Oh yeah, okay. So we can talk to him about this. I heard that one of the drivers is a woman, but I don't think she's here. Do you know this lady driver?
I don't want to talk about that.
He shifts around, then suddenly uncomfortable, then looks away. I don't mean to pry, but I need your help. She may be involved with the drug business.
Man, I was hoping it isn't going to be her.
She bites his lip.
All I can say is, she isn't around here anymore. She isn't some evil drug trafficker. And I don't know where she is.
Okay. Asked you who's conducting the drug raid. You said you didn't know. Now you're saying you do. Who is this person?
Thank God I don't know. People here call her the lady driver. She kept her name a secret. From me too. Now I see why.
Who is she to you?
A friend? An acquaintance. I don't know. She was the only person in this damn jam I could talk to. She's someone I don't want to rat out to the law, okay?
He sounds so defensive about it. What does she look like?
A youngish woman. Gruff, but in a cool way.
What color hair?
Blue and violet. Died.
He answers reluctantly.
It was violet when she got here. Blue before she went.
Then she may have dyed it again. Very true.
I didn't, man. I told you I was hoping it's not her. That she wouldn't be mixed up in it.
When did she leave?
Damn, I don't want to... Please just let it go. Whatever she did, it can't be that bad. She's not a bad person. I know that much.
He looks you straight in the eye. I can't just let it go. It's part of a police investigation.
That's how it always is with you, isn't it? All part of the investigation.
He shakes his head.
The girl's troubled. If you hunt her down, she may not survive it. I can't have that on my conscience.
You said she's troubled. How?
She's got the darkness in her. That young person's darkness when you think it's all over. And you're looking for a way out.
She shared this with you?
Yes. Which is why I don't want to snitch on her.
It's not snitching, it's just a few questions. Come on, man, life's just a joke. I told everyone's afraid of you, you're not. So it's, yeah, he just wants to protect her, I guess.
I heard the rumors. I saw the other drivers looking at me strange when we talked. And she told me, too, that she's had a violent life. But I wasn't afraid of her. More like for her.
Does this violent life include drug trafficking?
Well, it looks like it did now. But we didn't talk about that. We talked about life, you know? She talked about her mind.
Her mind?
The way it worked. The trouble it was giving her.
The pain it was causing her. When she left, did she leave the lorry behind?
Fuck, man. Go grill someone else with these questions, okay? There are plenty of drivers here who couldn't stand her, or were afraid of her. They'd be more than happy to rat her out.
He's right, there are other options. The raceman, for one. Push Tommy and we'll break his heart and his spirit. Don't expect you to be pals. It's right here. The answer's right here. You just need to ask him. Come on, do it. Put yourself in my shoes. I need this for another investigation too. It's important. I can't blow it. She's a suspect and I need you to tell me where she is or I can't finish the investigation. I mean, we don't have to push him.
Thank you, friend.
He sighs, a big sigh of relief.
Wow, this makes me feel like I should pick up smoking again. Would help with my rhymes, too.
Okay. I mean, he doesn't seem like a bad person, and I wouldn't want to, like... We don't need to go there unless we have to. So we can find other ways. There's definitely other people we can talk to. Right now I'm gonna check for empathy and see if we can see what else is up with this guy. I don't think we have any empathy clothes though. Only minuses. I think that's the only one, if I remember correctly. Yeah. Okay. +1 is better than nothing.
Stuck in the rain in a traffic jam, man.
28%. Aw. Man, you look sad. What's going on with you?
I'm okay, man. Just... the jam's got me down.
Darn it.
The fumes, the chemical rainbows, the tarpaulin stretched on the frames and the dull engines off.
The man recedes into his daze of words. Maybe the full-on direct approach wasn't correct. Dang, it's tricky business looking into someone's eyes and not doing it wrong. Okay. Well, we tried. One thing that, I forget, was it maybe Joyce who suggested it, but we could talk to the pale driver. She apparently... Okay, I just wanted to check that really quick. The reason she's the way she is because of how many trips she's been taking into the Pale. So basically her mental state is like, this is the after effects of being exposed to the Pale for so many times, I guess.
Lowman,
She greets
you
you.
caught me at an opportune moment. This awful weather keeps me awake. You can entertain me with your questions.
I think I know what's going on with you.
And what is that?
She sticks a filterless cigarette into a cigarette holder and reaches for the light. You're a Pale driver. You transport goods through the Pale.
Oh, meu Deus. The lawman solved the case.
She lights the cigarette. A white cloud of smoke disappears into her mouth.
And here I was, thinking you were an idiot.
She breathes
So,
out,
Are you? An idiot, I mean.
and the air tastes sweet. Republica, a filterless cigarette from Mesk. That's not very healthy. I blacked out after a night of heavy drinking and lost all memory of the world. I blacked out from sheer heartbreak and lost all memory of the world. I'm not an idiot. I'm a detective of the RCM. Don't say I'm an idiot. I mean, this is true, right?
Like Gabriel Buenguerro in Pergunte a Poeira.
She nods and smiles
You're the
unkindly.
opposite of me, then. I remember everything. Even things I never knew.
Yeah, that's interesting because apparently, like, in the Pale, you just become bombarded with, like, lots of random things, including, like, things from different time periods and stuff, which is really interesting. Things you never knew.
The smell of liquor on Gabriel's lips. after the shoot, in the motor park. The roses on the day of Franco Negro's coronation, on the grand stairs of Ryle. The smoke from the Fowling piece, when Dolores Day was shot. The look on her face, like an orgasm. The wound in her chest. My hand in my father's hand.
She closes her eyes.
Except I never had a father. And I never shot her innocent Dolores Day.
Her eyelids trembling. Over radiation? Yeah, so she like feels these experiences even though it wasn't her that was there or saw that thing.
Heroic doses, Harifia. Heroic.
Isn't that dangerous?
Thought insertion? Dithering? The Grad Catala Magistral?
She savors the
It's
lungful.
more than dangerous. It's sad. But at first I had to make a living. Now, when you've seen it all go away like that, rolling off like the sea, and then come back to this,
She gestures at the square, the broken horse monument, the clanging of machines in the distance.
what are we doing here? For thousands of years, Gabriel. It doesn't have to be like this. We can just give up. We can just become a vapor.
What does it look like, the pail?
Like looking into the ocean at night, in the dark.
And
You cannot see it, but you know it's there. And it's big, bigger than anything. Bigger than all the other things combined.
what does it feel like?
Nothing. Until it starts. When you are deep enough. Then, for me, it's like autumn. Dark, gray, and orange. The orange of street lights and the color of streets and electric light. It smells like autumn too. It smells terrible.
Nostalgia. Cooped up in the cabin, shaking. Terrible nostalgia. For yourself, for humans, it's too much to bear. She loves it. Interesting. How do you pass through it?
In the belly of an airship, behind the cell windows. So you don't look straight into it. It's not advised to look into it.
In the belly of an airship. So it's like completely enclosed and you can't see outside, I guess. On this lorry then?
No, the same one, a roller. They all are nowadays. Special wheels for connecting to the floor of the hold.
She points to the machines clumped up like toys. Their wheels are all small and round. Multi-axle trailers. One last thing. You said we can just become vapor?
Yes,
I would rather have what I have than what you have. I would rather have what you have than what I have. I feel like I already have what you have in some way. This is a hard one to answer. I don't know. Would I want to be like that? Or would I want to be in reality? Or are we all just a part of the whole it's all inevitable anyway.
they say there is a point. One that I have not crossed. In the Pale Super Deep.
The pale
You
super
stray
deep.
too far, of course, on the U41A. Or in Lomonosov's land. Where every step you take is one step further from home. No matter the direction.
Interesting.
It's a point you cannot come back from. Your mind becomes so radiant with the past, there is a flip. Instead of writing, it erases memory, nearing some kind of indescribable finale.
She flicks the ash from her cigarette. Indescribable finale. That's so interesting. I mean, because they were talking about how the pale is like the literal opposite of like matter existing. So like less than nothing. And then that's kind of what you become as well.
Maybe you've been down the motorway south?
She looks at her cigarette. It's almost out. She has swallowed it hungrily, then at you. The motorway south?
It's a story as lone horsemen tell. Lone horsemen, Sheriff, not pale drivers. Way beyond the established pale that's lit by radio frequencies, where it goes silent and dark, and the process begins, erasure, kilometer by kilometer, in any direction. The motorway south is a road you cannot come back from.
What is at the end of the motorway south?
No one knows what's at the end. I've only glimpsed the beginning.
She takes a cigarette out of the cigarette holder and extinguishes it.
I've only felt it in the distance when I was a child. A child growing on the leg.
She goes silent, her eyes close and her hands shake. So interesting. I have never seen this conversation, but like when I watched other people play this, I found the Pale very interesting. Or like, yeah, it's just a very interesting concept and very intriguing, I guess is what I wanted to say.
Josiana.
A sigh escapes her lips, then silent, she stares within herself. There's nothing more to do now. She is far away. The woman looks at nothing, her eyes closed and her lips moving. Girl child, you hear her say. Girl child. Girl child. Slam your fingers in front of her face. I don't think this is gonna work, but let's see.
Huh? What is it? What do you want?
She comes to as if nothing happened before. Okay. Well, let's leave her alone. Interesting. Motorway south. Oh. Okay. So, -1 visual calculus. At the edge of the map, the landmass begins to disintegrate into pure trigonometry. The ocean melts, becoming a tangle of sines and cosines. The mountain range turns into a sharp-angled azimuth. Its green range shadow dithers, like music turning into a waveform, and then vanishes. This is the end. A half-remembered textbook from your childhood. The porch collapsing on the edge of the Isola. A transition from reality to Pale. A single vector shoots out like a rocket. It's a motorway south, splintering off from the known Pale. To where? Where does it go? Oh, I want to do that one. Okay. Sorry, I'm just checking our bonuses here. Okay. We still gotta work on these. They're very long. At least this one's almost done. So we'll see what bonuses we get and then figure out what we want to switch out, I think. No, what's this? Oh, drugs. Nice. Cool. Can always use lots of speed. Okay. So we definitely need to talk to Measurehead. Let me turn on the volume a bit.
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you! What's it to you? Big mess. We're all workers, right? Workers. Worked at Territorial. We're done here.
Okay. We already talked to him, so I don't know if there's anything new with that. There it is again. There's a spectral smell haunting this industrial harbor, and it smells like heavy fuel oil mostly, because it's an industrial harbor. Years of turmoil, of hopes and dreams ground beneath the inexorable tides of the capital. Close your eyes and take a deep breath. Can you smell it now? You inhale. The cilia along your olfactory epithelium tingle with excitement as they sift through the swirling morass of industrial odors. First come the smells of the agitated strikebreakers. Layers of body oil and sweat, over-buttered meals, pulled from the Bakelite lunch pails, and the biting stench of lye soap. And then there's the slowly oxidizing metal gates, the scent of stale grease emanating from every crack. In a word, exactly what you would expect to find at any harbor in the industrialized world. Nonsense. The reek of communism is unmistakable, and it's coming. From the railing over there. You mean from mañana? Yes, now is your chance to establish contact. But be easy about it. Communists have been known to charge when startled. Okay. We need to go this way anyway, so we'll talk to mañana here and then talk to Measurehead. Which I'm not looking forward
Hola,
to.
wandering man. How can I help you?
Attempt to establish contact. Listen, brother. There's something important I need to talk to you about.
What's that, boy?
He tilts his head slightly. Now's your chance. Remember, communists are notoriously skittish, so it's best to insinuate your way in. Hold on. This isn't a man who goes in for subterfuge. He prefers someone who will look him in the eye and say exactly what's on his mind. I'm looking for some people who know how to really grind a sausage, if you know what I mean. It involves our mutual friend Kras. Place your hands next to your head and curl your fingers like deer antlers. Investigating a particular smell, one with revolutionary implications. So, to say exactly what's on our mind, I guess we just want to be straightforward. Is that what Composure's saying?
Now, that is an important subject, but
Okay.
also a sensitive one. Still, good of you to just come straight out with it.
Sweet, I did the
No
right
beating
thing.
around the bush.
He smooths the twin bars of his mustache.
So you've given up copying and now you're hunting comunistas. Care to say why?
I'm not hunting communists, I'm trying to get organized by them. I'm in sort of a quest to develop my political potential, and I need their help. Honestly, I had a weird dream, and now I need to get to the bottom of it.
Oh, I see.
He gives you an exaggerated wink.
I wish I could help. Unfortunately, I don't know many comunistas.
Are you sure? You sure smell like a communist.
Didn't realize you could smell communism.
He frowns.
But then, I've never studied the subject.
Darn it, did I offend you? I'm sorry. You can smell all sorts of things. Fear, disgust, desire. Not communism, though. Maybe it's not taught in any of our so-called universities, but there's definitely something going on here.
Ah, but you know, I did meet a genuine ideologo a few months ago. Perhaps he's your guy.
Ideologo?
You know, a guy with a theory. Someone who likes to pit his theory against other theories in deadly theory combat.
Deadly theory combat. Did it say his name was Steban by chance?
Didn't say anything about his name. Wasn't this sort of encounter where names matter?
Okay. How did you meet him?
It was late one night as I was leaving the arbor. He was waiting on the corner in a bright white jacket. Classic Saramiritian style. He asked me for a light. We shared cigarettes. Then he asked me if I ever thought about getting into some of the extra physical branches of communism.
See, all this political chit-chat is just an excuse to rip tar with strangers. Let's say we just skip right to the good part then. Extra physical branches of communism?
No idea. I took it to mean he was asking me to join some sort of underground cell. A very old school organizing technique. The sort of thing comunistas used to do before the revolution.
What'd you tell him?
The same thing I always tell people who try to press some claim on me. I said, every boyadero rides alone.
Well, how do I find him?
I couldn't tell you.
Oh.
Once I declined his offer, we finished our cigarettes and he disappeared back into the night. Just before he melted into the shadows, he turned to me and said, "Remember Dobrava and Abba Danais."
Dobrava and Abra Danais.
And then he was gone.
Who are they?
I don't know. Guess not everyone remembers.
Tight half smile crosses his face. What do you think it means?
Been wondering about that myself. Some comunista inside talk could be. Not meant for the wider public. They love that kind of thing. You'd have to ask someone who knows this ideologo personally.
Of course, such inside talk might also serve as a handy passphrase. That's alright. I think you may have given me the last piece of the puzzle. Oh, okay.
Is that
So maybe
so?
that is the passphrase.
Well, in that case, I salute you, boy, and wish you good fortune on this grand ideological quest.
Ooh. So when did they say they were going to meet? I hope it's in my journal. The man whispers a jaunty tune. A coastal breeze ruffles his hair. We're going to find the underground communist party after 22. Keep set of permits. Okay. Oh, okay. We can do this. Wow. This is exciting because I've never seen this before, so... Oh wait, what's this window? Stuff. More drugs. Okay, let's friggin' talk to this guy. Okay, I hate listening to him because he just freaking everything he says gives me a headache. So let's just do conceptualization. I'm not gonna let... We're not gonna listen to everything he says because it's just a lot of garbage. But unfortunately, we have to listen to him drone on so that he'll let us pass. Okay, any more conceptualization? Okay. +2. Alright, that should be good.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you.
Ooh. Double 6s. Ask what kind of races there are first. Classification is core to that stuff. Blah blah
There
blah.
are three categories.
Blah blah blah.
Typically
Blah blah
to
blah.
an untrained pinkness is
I hate this guy.
The Koiko.
Blah, 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 blah,
Those
blah,
are
blah.
a receding gen-
Racism.
You know, the
Racism?
Maun are
Colorful tassels are, let's be honest, not a good sartorial course choice for the century. You might want to avoid wooden clogs too.
the Vespertine, the
Blah,
other
blah, blah.
large,
Blah, 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 blah.
the overproduction of
Who are the enemies in Areopagites in
sebum is
this?
as proven by the indigenous.
Oh my
The
gosh.
Areopagites are- the
Continue receiving
Areopagites
wisdom.
are- The latter is per tips, the F. Lesser, the mes-
Well, it seems unlikely that two human beings produce genetically sterile offspring. Maybe I've misunderstood something, but aren't humans too similar to produce genetically sterile offspring? Okay, might as well ask.
You are right. You have misunderstood. Then there is the Simino Koiki Chimera. The Koiko, this but enough. It is cruel to you understand nothing. To solve the
How do I word the
race,
mystery?
You need to internalize what you have heard here today. I cannot possibly imagine. There is
Anything
nothing
else?
funky. Tips say it would be cruel. Tip back to an untrained thinkness is a
I'm just
racial
clicking through to see if there's
Koiko.
anything else we need to
Basholian,
say here.
I cannot possibly imagine.
Okay, so he's not letting us through until we internalize
The
the thought,
unpromising
which is
race
so
future
sad.
Returns.
Because I have to waste a freaking space to think about racism. That's unfortunate. Well, let's see how long it takes. Fooled by the absurdity. A massive fantastic racist swirls in your head. Desert pygmies playing with their own excrement. Koikos juggling potatoes. Eczema-ridden mouths grinning and dancing on wooden clogs. Everyone is there. The whole race gang. Plus some that you may have come up with yourself. Thieving subkits. And the CLI cast of fortunates. Hatching some kind of scheme. In the eye of this erased Empyrean, a vertigo reaching up to the heavens, you sense something. Drawing nearer. Nearer. An hour and 40 minutes. Okay. Let's get this over with as soon as possible. Let me just check subwoofer really quick. Okay, so that's not too bad. We can take off this. Forget the 15th Indo tribe. Ah, I don't have any more skill points. Darn it. Okay, so this might not be something we'll be able to get to today. We'll have to see if we can get that thought going later. Alright, I think the white envelope was in here. If I remember correctly. No. Volition. Darn it. Where's the white folder it's talking about? What is the race enigma? Put the advanced theory idea into a free internalizing slot in your head. Amass some time. When it's internalized, return to measurehead. This is how thinking is done. Okay, I guess we should have done that a long time ago. I just didn't want to face the reality that I would have to internalize race theory. What am I looking for? Envelope. This. We can very much do this, but I just don't know how to get there. It's in the water? Or in the, whirling rags? Okay, we can try going to the container door, though. I think that's this way. Ba-da-da. Oh. This is a dot. Can I click on it from here? No. Darn. I think we go down this way. There's a container door. Alrighty, let me in. Hey there, sugar. You're back before the car container. Its draw has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly. The container door appears unmoved by your attempt at flattery. You're a fine piece of engineering. Do you know that? The door does not respond to your advances. Is it possible that it seems somehow more closed than before? Whoa, we have so many points. It's just our rhetoric is level 1. Been in the world for 2 days. Been in this world for many days. Precarious world. Isohedral dice set sirens. Wow. So many bonuses. Okay, rhetoric. Let's boost our conversation skills with our wardrobe. Rhetoric minus, darn it. Aha. Visual calculus, logic, drama. Okay, I just have to double check because just in case we have anything else. That was trauma. Encyclopedia, okay. Rhetoric. Dang. Still 3%, that sucks. Okay, well. Might as well. Darn. And it's as it's always been. It's possible to open a container with rhetoric. Maybe you're losing your mind. Open the door. Seems to be mechanically locked. Knock on the door. Darn. Mysterious container. Will we ever find out what's inside? Probably not, but that's okay. Alright, let's get out of here. Okay, we have to remember. 22 o'clock. Underground communist meeting. Alright. So Joyce wanted us to take care of measureheads. We can't really do that right now. Secret passages. Find booze and drink it. Okay. I think what we can do, we can offer figurines, maybe go back to the pawn shop. And then we can read our ledger to pass some time, I think is a good idea. Oh, let's recycle our bottles while we're here. At least it's 6 o'clock, so we don't have too much time before we can go to the apartments for the meeting. Alright. Buy more alcohol. Oh, let's talk to this guy. I wonder if he'll,
Looking for something odd? Come to tell me to fuck off? I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. Well, he doesn't know. Unfortunately, we might have to get this guy to fess up. Let's talk to Ceiling. Is he down here? He's this side. Have to go around this way down the street. We can try the sunglasses check again as well.
The shine.
I'll take those ugly glasses. I'll take that amphibian sports visor. Conceptualization? Okay. Let me try that. Conceptualization. I wish there was some way to, like, organize the clothes. Because, having to sort through these every time is a tad tedious. Okay, I think we only had 2.
The shine.
So, not that high, but might as well. Ooh, a 4.
Oh, that.
Say it. Okay. Let's see what else is in here.
You keep.
Browse to the box. We already did that. Windbreaker. Composure. Our composure's pretty high, though.
Economical.
Okay. Oh, the sneakers. Fallen sneakers. $50. We have $50. We could waste all our money on this. Reaction speed. Hand-eye coordination. Ooh. I don't know. I don't know.
No, don't look at these, officer. These speakers are Samaran garbage. Those sneakers miss. No way, officer. These aren't for sale. They're bad speakers. Low-fi socialist junk.
Okay, so he has speakers, but I need some speakers.
Well, if you want them.
Pause for a moment.
But see, they are the pedestal for my sneakers. If I let go of the speakers, where will the sneakers go? I can't leave premium lifestyle sneakers on the ground. If, on the other hand, you wanted to buy the sneakers too, I could maybe throw in the speakers for little extra.
Dang, so you have to buy the sneakers first. Okay, so he really wants to sell the
That's right, officer.
sell the speakers with the sneakers, which we can get both. What is over here? Footfall within, not human. Up there, the phasmid perhaps? No, you know, it's but a dog. Interesting. Alrighty. Let's go to the pawn shop. I miss Kim. So boring without him. He'll be back tomorrow, though. Alright.
classic set.
Is there any things we can buy here?
Which ones? Which ones?
Nope.
You're probably... I think their poverty has been exaggerated for effect. When you place them next to the royalists, it doesn't seem like they could... I don't like either set very much.
Okay, so we can't buy anything from there. What about this? The boom boxes on the shelf look well loved and well traveled. Chips dented, they stare at you with the unblinking eyes of their tape reels. Stand on the tips of your toes to see more. One especially catches your eye, deep gold and amber plastic with a big old handle on top. The classic boombox that says Stereo 8 approved. Just sure you make it work before you buy it. Shop this Stereo 8 approved machine here.
Is the Harman Welsh W2, made in Vespa, designed in Seoul.
He says.
Plays all reel-to-reel formats. 2mm, 8mm, 12mm. It's even got a little radio in there. It'll set you back 12 real.
What I really want to know is, could this device come handy in my police work?
If police work means playing tapes, sure. You can use it for that. Or any other time you'd need to play a tape.
Are you sure this is all in working order?
Absolutely. I've tested each one myself with recordings of speech. Found sounds and music from a variety of genres. Even though...
He grimaces.
I don't really like music.
I could buy it. I don't know what I would need it for, though. Let's check this. Oh, the street light. It'd be really funny if you could buy this. Isn't there clothes I can inspect here? Or I guess we already did that. Okay, let's talk to him really quick.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything. Someone else?
Oh, I forgot.
My... Sure, man.
Didn't need to do that. Do you have any recordings of the Coldo Mama Dakwa? I can ask him about the phasmid. That's funny.
The Coldo Mama Dakwa.
He looks at you with astonishment.
Sorry. I would never have guessed that you were that interested in ultrasonic sounds. Or birds, for that matter.
I've been thinking of quitting the RCM and becoming a cryptozoologist. I have hobbies, just like all normal people, because I'm a normal person. Well, I wouldn't have guessed that you know what the Coldo Mama Dakwa is.
Oh, I didn't mean to imply otherwise.
Oh,
but
he was hunting for himself.
Since I've gone hunting for the Coldo Mama Dakwa myself. Once knew a group of young musicians who decided they didn't want to play music anymore and started looking for all kinds of interesting sounds instead. This was before, you know, lost touch with them after all of that.
That sounds so cool.
Cool or not, one of them was obsessed with recording the Coldo Mama Dakwa.
Oh, really?
And he was one of those passionate people who know a lot about all kinds of strange things. So he got the rest of us to join in his search.
And did you ever find it?
We thought we did. We got together all these recordings of unusual sound patterns, compared them, cut them up and combined them into the Symphonia Coldo Mama Dakwa.
That's not very scientific.
That really wasn't the point. After
Okay.
the Symphonia, we moved on to the sounds of office supplies or something like that. And I doubt any of us would have been any good at pushing papers.
Can I listen to it?
Unfortunately, I don't have any recordings from my
Old life.
None at all. But I do have a tape with some ultrasonic sounds that might be what you're looking for.
Spin that bird song.
This recording comes from down the coast. Wasn't looking to record anything specific. Just left a recording device there one morning.
He dusts off a case and takes out the tape and places it on the tape player.
Keep in mind,
Oh, I'm very interested to hear
I have to
this.
slow this one down enough to make sounds well over 200 kilohertz audible to the human ear. It will be strange.
He switches on the tape player. The speakers begin to emit a low hum. As the hum grows louder, modulating, but always unnaturally, uncomfortably low. It's like it's not coming from the speakers, but also from inside your chest. Breathing is becoming difficult. That's just an illusion. Your breathing is just as it was, and will remain that way unless you start panicking. He nods you reassuringly, just as more diverse higher-pitched sounds, some random and some appearing to form patterns, hit your eardrums. Seabirds, most likely. Gulls and such. Seagulls?
And skewers, but
He raises a pointing finger and inclines his head towards the speakers. A new, high-pitched shivering sound. That's it! The signal in the noise. The thin whisper. The low range of sounds is easier to handle with a focal point, but still troubling. You're mesmerized by the sounds, but also feel nausea swelling up as the motif continues, and then begins to recede, dissolving in what must be the sound of water lapping at the bank.
you know, now that I've listened to it on these new speakers, it's not the cold Imamadakwa. Wrong patterns, wrong photons. Probably some insect trying to sing higher than its predators can hear. Still, fascinating, aren't they?
Darn it.
Early morning sounds.
Oh man, that would have been interesting if we, like, talked to him before that and it actually was a thing.
That's fair. It's been a long time since my
Oh, he's saying the same thing.
It
It would be interesting if he,
knew a group. This was before, you know.
if that was a real tape and we
Lost
could show it
touch
to
with them
the
after all of that.
cryptozoologist or something.
I'm not sure. I wasn't even sure about our old... This record, keep in mind.
Okay, it's just the same conversation. Nothing new.
Gulls. You know, now that I've listened to it on the...
Okay. Darn. Do I need this? I can always come back for it, I guess. At least we know we can buy a tape player here if we ever come across anything that has to do with that. Bum bum. Ba-da bum bum.